Well, once again, welcome back, and let's talk about the Arkansas Computer Science Standard and some of the things you may need to know about this state. So, again, all these documents start out with the idea that be sure you talk about how we are differentiated from other people, that we have a lot of curriculum, we have a lot of features on the TLP that really allows us to stand out. So let's talk about requirements for Arkansas State for Computer Science. So really, the big thing that you need to know is that at the high school level, state of Arkansas requires at least one computer science course. So as you can see, all public high schools must make available 1 year combination of courses with one of these courses that meet the any of these that meet the standards. Okay, so be of high quality. And anyway, this is kind of all just legalese. I put this in there so that if you show this to a client, you're aware that we're taking their standards seriously. Okay, so couple things. So which course is the one that's really pushed? So in Arkansas, the one that's really pushed above all else is programming. This is the course that's offered throughout high schools. It is the equivalent of the computer science 1 class that we would have here at Rex or even in Texas. Now, what you're going to see in Arkansas standards when you really look at the big picture is that they've got pathways and they want 3 years of each pathway. So cybersecurity, data science, networking, programming, which is the course I just kind of talked to you about. But now let's physically go into one of these. And I want to show you why there's a little bit of a problem. When you look at year 3, what I really want you to see is that year 3, the standards are incredibly poorly developed. You'll see that year 1 and year 2, we have actual content written down. Even year 2 is a bit iffy. But year 3 is virtually non-existent. So there isn't just a whole lot of things to do here. Even Arkansas cannot tell us exactly what they want in year 3. Probably because they're running out of stuff. 3 years of the same pathway is tough to write because then you get into university level, and that's just going to be beyond the capabilities of high school kids, and there aren't going to be enough people signing up for that year 3. So, and it's like this across the board. So that was programming. Let me pull up, let's say, networking. Okay. So as I pull up networking and we go to year 3, you'll see that it's actually a lot of the same stuff. Okay. It's a lot of this continuation of this standard. Okay. Now you see this right here. This is just that. So they just repeated the year 2 standard. See that? So it's see that right there is pretty much what this is. So there isn't just a whole lot that they can tell us for year 3 across the board on most of their curriculum. Same thing with cybersecurity. Let's examine one more. Okay, so there you go. So this continuation of the standards is not specifically included or excluded. That's just a fun way of saying, look, we don't really know what to put for year 3. Okay, so with that in mind, when you recommend these courses, if they ask for year 3, a proper response could be there isn't enough standards for us to align to. Like, what do you want in year 3? Like, let them explain it to you. Don't offer anything, just say, what do you want in year 3? Because we looked at your standards and year 3 is a bit hollow, that there isn't enough there for us to create an entire course out of. So when you look at the entire high school pathway, all we're going to do for right now is recommend year 1 and year 2. So this is year 1, this is year 2, this is cybersecurity year 1, cybersecurity year 2. Networking, we only have year 1. Game programming, we have year 1 for now. Year 2, once we build our Unity class, then we'll have year 2. And then, of course, the 2 APCS principles classes. Okay, so these are the ones we have. Now, this is something we need to take note of. Arkansas wants their students to take the Praxis 5652 exam. The Praxis exam is a compendium of computer science knowledge. There isn't one class that prepares you for this. You have to take a series of classes to really prepare yourself to take this particular exam. We recommend this pathway if you want for 4 years, if you want to really be prepared for taking the praxis exam. However, it is okay if they want to attempt it after APCS principles and programming. Okay, so if they want to take it right after the opening 2 years of classes, they're free to do so. It won't prepare them entirely, but it is possible to still take it and pass it, especially if the student is willing to study outside of class for it. Okay, so there are your middle school's alignments. The one difference from here to Texas is there wasn't just a whole lot on digital arts, so I took that out and put in IT fundamentals. So this is much more aligned to what they want to do. And for both middle and elementary, I recommend following this particular pathway. Again, the Gantt charts down there will also kind of highlight this. Sticking to these pathways in this order is the best, simply because it will allow us to kind of build knowledge in a very specific and a meticulous way. So they can certainly mix and match. If they want to, like in middle school, if they want to take game design in 8th grade and take cybersecurity in 6th grade, we're not going to say no to that. But this is the more recommended pathway that that schools really should think about following. And then here are some of the exams. Again, not as deep as Texas, but still here are some exams that they can take based on some of their course offerings. They have to successfully complete the course before attempting the exam. Remember, taking the course does not guarantee success in the exam, but it will certainly prepare them for it. Students still need to go out of their way to properly prepare to have good preparation. And finally, at the end, we talk about some of our alignments that you can also show off. Okay, all right, that's it for the Arkansas document. Hopefully, this was good information.